Deep in the forest, a witch discovered a golden flower. Singing to it could restore her youth. She guarded it like her life depended on it. Then the queen fell gravely ill. The king sent men to scour every hillside until they found the flower, dug it up, and brewed it into medicine. The queen recovered, and not long after gave birth to a daughter named Rapunzel. Rapunzel had a head of brilliant golden hair, and she was everything to the king and queen. But the witch knew the truth. That hair was the magic. As long as she sang to it, she would stay young forever. She crept into the palace one night to cut it. The scissors came down, the hair turned brown, the magic vanished. She had no other option. She took the whole child with her. The witch hid Rapunzel in a tall tower deep in the forest, raised her as a mother, combed her hair, and sang to it every day, keeping the magic alive. She had made up her mind. Rapunzel would never leave. But there was one thing she couldn't stop. Every year on Rapunzel's birthday, thousands of floating lanterns rose into the sky, released by the king and queen year after year, hoping their daughter might one day find her way home. 18 years passed. Rapunzel had grown up, her hair long enough to carpet the entire room. She knew nothing of where she came from. Whenever the witch came, she only had to call from below, and Rapunzel would lower her braid for her to climb.
Hi. Welcome home, Mother.
Then, the evening before this year's birthday, Rapunzel found her courage and asked, "I want to go see those lights." The witch shut it down immediately, painting the outside world in the darkest colors she could. Monsters everywhere, criminals around every corner, and a particular creature called men, all fangs and savagery. Nowhere was safer than the tower. What the witch didn't expect was that a man would show up on his own. The very next moment, his name was Flynn Rider, a career thief. He and two other thieves had just stolen a crown from the palace, and the royal guard had been chasing him all over the kingdom. In a desperate scramble, he ducked into a hidden passage and stumbled, completely by accident, to the base of the tower. Something was up there. Curiosity pulled him through the window. He finally caught his breath.
Alone at last.
A frying pan gently parted his hair. Rapunzel leaned in for a closer look. So this was a man, not what Mother described at all. No fangs, and honestly, not bad looking. Still, better safe than sorry. She shoved him in the wardrobe. Once she'd handled all that, she felt surprisingly capable. Her eyes drifted to something shiny on the floor, not a bracelet. What if she tried it on her head? She looked in the mirror and paused. It suited her almost too well. The witch returned. Rapunzel started to ask again. The witch erupted.
You are not leaving this tower! Ever!
Rapunzel's heart sank, but she didn't push back. She pivoted. "My paints have run out. Could you go buy more for my birthday? It's a bit of a journey," but the witch fell for it and left. Rapunzel opened the wardrobe. "Wake up, get up." Flynn opened his eyes and looked around at the hair filling every corner of the room. Is this hair? Struggling is pointless. Rapunzel kept the crown tucked nearby and laid out her terms. "Take me to see the lanterns, and I'll give it back. That's the deal." Cornered and out of options, he agreed. He climbed down the outside of the tower. A long strand of hair descended from above, and Rapunzel slid down the braid, landing softly in the grass. The moment her feet touched the ground, she stood there for a long time. The grass was soft, the stream